Supreme Court should have avoided guidelines on timeline for President ExSC Judge amid Dhankars' remarks. Responding to Vice President Jagdeep Dhankars' remarks, former Supreme Court Judge Justice Ajay Rastogi said that the Supreme Court should have avoided giving guidelines on timeline to the President. Dhankar on Thursday criticized the SC's recent judgment that set a timeline for the President to decide on bills sent by governors. As the Constitution does not contemplate on a timeline, guidelines on timeline should have been avoided in my personal view. Mandating the President is not correct in my view and could have been avoided. Article 142 doesn't give you the power to mandate the Honorable President, said Justice Rastogi. President of India is a very elevated position. President takes oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. This oath is taken only by the President and the governors. If you look at the Indian Constitution, the President is the first part of the Parliament. Second pick. Twitter.com TFR8C6 Vice President of India VP India April 17, 2025 Nan speaking to the 6th batch of Rajya Sabha interns at the Vice President 1/4's enclave, Dhankar said, there is a directive to the President by a recent judgment. Where are we heading? What is happening in the country? President being called upon to decide in a time-bound manner, and if not, it becomes law. So we have judges who will legislate, who will perform executive functions, who will act as super parliament, and absolutely have no accountability because law of the land does not apply to them. The only right you have under the Constitution is to interpret the Constitution under Article 1453. There it has to be 5 judges or more. Article 142 has become a nuclear missile against democratic forces, available to Judiciary 247. Not for a moment will I ever say that we must not give premium to innocence. Democracy is nurtured, its core values blossom, and human rights are taken at a high pedestal when we believe in innocence till the guilt is established. Therefore, I must not be misunderstood as casting pick. Twitter.com IZN20YF57 Vice President of India VP India April 17, 2025 Not a very parliamentarian, and every candidate in any election to assembly or parliament is required to declare assets. They just don't do it. Some do, some don't, Dhankar said. Swipe left for next video. The Supreme Court had passed the judgment in response to a November 2023 petition filed by the Tamil Nadu government against the state's governor indefinitely withholding assent to 10 bills passed by the state assembly, some as early as 2020. On Dhankar's comments, Justice Rastogi said, public comments by the judiciary or executive against each other should be avoided. In my personal view, the views expressed by the VP are his personal view. I would not like to comment on it. Latest blogs